Cody.
Oh, welcome back. And I see that Ken has joined me from Andrew's studio. Welcome, Ken.
I'm lost. Help. I can't find the exit.
You drifted.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing okay. I was working on this earlier, and I kind of got on a roll, and I was making some good progress. So I thought, well, I'm still in the right mood for it. I might as well continue and see if I can get this thing closed up. So if you're watching my first segment that I did earlier this afternoon, you see that I got that tailpiece closed off. Just trying to get this on here. There's a wire in the way. So I managed to get that tailpiece closed off. Okay, mostly. So I just got to make a little rectangular piece that's going to cover that. It'll look like a door, I guess. Well, there's already one right there.
Could just be a cargo bay, maybe.
Little ridges on it. Yeah, so there's one right there. And then I'm just going to put a panel in there. I'm going to put something.
Yeah.
Close that up. So I think I'm ready to close this part of it.
Looks like we have a couple of viewers. I don't know if anybody wants to say hello.
I see there's
yourself.
Two there. I didn't make this one ahead of time. I just set it up. Just waited till Andrew was finished, and I just went ahead and went live. I didn't put any postings or anything like that, like I usually do. Right. So I don't expect a huge crowd. But if people start pouring over, then that's absolutely fine. There's my little deflector there. I painted it on the inside.
Oh, okay. It's inverted from what Cardassians normally have.
Yeah.
You've seen that before.
Yeah. I like it concave like that. I got some lights here. So I got to wire up this. I got the battery box installed there, but I haven't wired the wires to it yet. So I'm going to have to do that. But before I do that, I want to get this little rear end buckled in here. So before I close it, I have a little adjustment to do just right there where I joined it. It's overhanging. Here's what I was doing while we were watching Andrew stream. One of my friends that I follow on Blue Sky posted some pictures of a 3D model that he was working on but never finished, and I asked him if I could do a drawing of it and maybe finish the ship, and he said sure, why not. So that's what I was doing while we were watching Canadian Starships.
Looks like a late movie era ship.
Yeah, that's what his idea was. It's a TMP era ship. I added the little Miranda style detail there. I haven't done the other side yet because a lot of times the way I draw this is I'll work out all the details on one side, and then for symmetry's sake, I'll just copy it over, right?
Well, that's looking really good.
Not bad. I was playing around with that.
Not bad, he says. Your artwork is always phenomenal, Jody.
And I had to go to the dollar store today so that I could get some pencil leads for my mechanical pencils, because they don't give you 0.3 size leads. And I had to get a couple other things. And for like $2, well, $2.75, I got this little pack of cars, because each one has a bunch of like little details on it, right? See all those little shapes there?
Yep.
Those are perfect for putting details on ships.
Yeah.
There's a
Also,
clear piece there.
Some people, and I believe we've seen the same people do this, strip the paint off of them and then repaint the bodies.
Yeah, I'm not going to worry about the bodies. I just want the little plastic parts.
Yeah.
Little engine moldings and stuff like that. We'll see what the bottom. The bottom's probably just pretty flat and basic. Let's open up and see what it is. I was like, oh yeah, the bottoms are just not much detail on the bottoms. But the tops are pretty cool.
Right on.
Nice clear part. The piece has like a really cool clear part. And it's got this molded V-shape part here.
Yeah.
And actually, the whole thing is plastic. It's not die cast.
Oh, okay.
So I can use all of those parts. That's
Nice.
even better. Look at that. There's impulse engines right there.
Yep. Yeah, it is. You pull a Star Wars there and kit bash all those cars onto your ships.
Yeah. Look, there's more impulse engines. Or something, right? I can use all those.
Yeah.
For $3, I think that's a pretty nifty little bunch of little parts. Some greeblies or whatever, right? It was worth it.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. So I need my pen, because I have to mark the I have to mark right here, because I need to file this away a little bit. And then I also got to trim the outside of that, trim it off. Haven't done that yet. So that side and that side. No,
And we're not seeing anybody commenting there. So if anyone's in the chat there, feel free to say hello, introduce who you are.
Yeah. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah, I got
a question. Any other models that I've made that you want me to show off? Go ahead. I'll be happy to go grab one off the shelf and show it off. Like nothing more.
I have a question.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Why can't you kiss prostitutes?
Oh, why?
No, that's a question. It's not a joke.
I don't know.
Okay.
I never have.
Todd's here. He says, "Hey, I'm watching."
Hey, Todd.
Well,
hey, Todd. Welcome. Okay, so I thought I was clever by adding this JST connector here. And then after I did that, I went ahead and connected these ones without adding one, which was silly of me, because then I'd be able to just take this right off and put it over there, but I can't. So I'm going to have to do my best to try to cut this. I'm going to go this way and use the heel of it.
Are you able to put a little bit more light on the table?
Yeah, I could bring my light right down to here.
There we go.
I don't really have great lights. Put your fingers in your ears, or take your headphones out of your ears. I knew that was going to happen.
What's Mary doing in the kitchen?
Mary's getting a snack. She just got home.
Well, hello to Mary tonight.
Ken is with me, Mary, and he says hello to you.
Hello. I didn't know you.
Oh, hello.
Sorry.
Mary's like, oh, hi. I didn't see you there.
I didn't even know you were online.
Yeah, I decided I would do another little stream after Andrew because I was making a lot of progress on this earlier.
Singing a song about sticking your finger in your ear instead of your ear.
That's fine. That's fine. All right, let's see if that fits on there. So I still got to find my sprue of clear parts because I just realized we got all these right here.
Yeah.
Right here we got these clear pieces, and then I got all those little clear pyramids that have to go on those lights. So I think it's just in the box, the model box. I just haven't gone to take a look yet. I'm thinking I probably need to put those in before I glue this together. Might have to put some tape in there and try and secure those wires down a little bit too. Okay, so there we go. We're getting a nice join right there. Lines up perfectly. So now let's just trim this little excess bit right there. And I think I can get away with this for that. Oh yeah. It's just eating it.
Yes, those little sanders are handy little tools.
Yeah, well, I discovered for this particular shape, the pieces only go down to like 400 grit, but for the other shapes, there's coarser grits. I guess they figure if you're going this small, you don't need a real coarse one.
Right.
But I just cut one of the coarse ones and put it on.
You could probably add your own shapes if you needed to with some
yeah.
double-sided tape or whatever.
Yep. You can use any sandpaper you want. You just got to cut it down to the size, right?
Right.
And then stick it on there with, tape or a dab of super glue or something like that. Oh, we're slipping.
Andrew's here. He says Jody's the Borg. He's adapting.
Yeah, I'm adapting. That's right. It's a good way to put it. Adapting and assimilating. I was thinking of throwing this little bit on somewhere. This little tailpiece.
Yep.
One of those left over from the small model that I turned into a Federation ship. I was thinking of throwing this
in
on
between the bigger
somewhere.
one.
Right in between?
Yep.
Right in the
so it's like a quad.
Right in there. I was thinking there's like a little bar right there. There's like a little thing, and I was thinking maybe
Been dashed.
Whoa, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What are you doing? It's not properly docked at Starbase to do repairs. It's not getting repairs, Howard. It's being assembled. I was thinking like maybe pop it right there on the top of that.
Yeah, or just off the front of the next level of that flying
Up
bridge
here?
area.
Right here, yeah.
Like just on the front of that, yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of cool too. So this piece is supposed to be the piece that goes on the nose, right?
Right.
That comes out there. But I don't know. I didn't like the way it looked there. So I was like,
Or you can save it for another build at some point.
yeah. If I can't decide on throwing it on there, I just thought that was a funny little idea. Okay. Back to this. Sidetracked, distracting myself with shenanigans. Thank you for that, Howard. I really appreciate that. Not necessary, but it sure helps me out.
All right.
Giggity, giggity, goo. All right. Whoa!
Whoa.
Todd's getting in on the action. Todd, stop. What are you doing? Todd's going for an extra giggity, giggity.
And he says, why? 'Cause Jody.
Wow, Todd, thank you, my friend. That's very kind of you. All right, I think my paper's wearing out. So I'm just going to get the, let's reach into my filing cabinet and pick a file. I'm just going to hit it with the file, just get it over with. It's still a pretty smooth file.
Andrew says, if you've been shenanigans before, you'll be shenan again.
Yeah, I've shenaned before and I'll shenan again. Yeah, that was on the most recent episode of Starfleet Academy. Episode 3, kind of a teen drama. If it wasn't Star Trek, I probably wouldn't really be into it. But it's Star Trek, so I'll watch it. And I'll probably mostly enjoy it. Very, very happy to see, though. They showed the inside of like the turbo lift shaft. And it's a tube with a little box traveling through it. instead of a big door thing from Monsters, Inc. So I'm happy with that. I think that was my main gripe about Discovery, was like, really? As if the turbo lift would be like that. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Andrew says, hoping episode 3 is the exception and not the rule.
I think, I don't think they're going to overdo it with that. You know, like I get that it pertains to the story and they're still introducing characters and you're still getting to know what's going on, right? I don't think they're going to overdo it with that. It's going to get into the story with the guy with, what's his name there? Paul Giamatti's character. There's going to be peril and danger. Yeah, I don't think they're going to go all in on the teen drama thing.
Andrew says, yes, I was happy to see a real turbo lift.
Yes. So was I.
And Howard says, have not seen any episodes yet.
Well, give it a chance. I like it so far.
Yeah, I've only watched
Like I
the
said,
first
the teen
episode
drama
so
thing
far.
is not my the teen drama is not my cup of tea, but whatever.
Trying to
It's not
appeal
it's
to
not
a
a
younger
deal breaker.
audience.
Yeah, it's not a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, a lot of us are in our 50s now, so
Yeah, I'm almost 52, so
they can't.
whatever. It's Star Trek, so I'll give it a chance.
You have to develop for new audiences.
Yeah.
Or else you'll die when your original audience dies.
Well, if you look at it, to be fair, every iteration of Star Trek has been different from every other one. You know what I mean? Like even Deep Space Nine and The Next Generation were in the same time period and they were made in the same time frame, but they're still vastly different shows from each other.
Well, yeah, true.
all the technology in that, sure, it looks all the same and lines up and it's all uniform and,
just like Voyager and
yeah. And then the Voyager again was totally different. Well, they had a chance to be totally different, but then they immediately dropped the premise of being stranded and low on resources, and they just started basically exploring space on the way home with whatever, unlimited shuttles and unlimited torpedoes and unlimited resources.
yeah.
I thought you guys were stranded with nothing. And no conflict with the mixed crew. Like, the idea was that the two crews had to learn to work together and get along. And I think that's what they're going for with Academy there, right? They got two rival groups and they're going to learn to work together and they're going to learn to tolerate each other and, respect each other's differences and abilities. And it's all just a message.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm not gonna give them too much crap about it. There's gonna be more episodes, and I'm sure that's not gonna be the main focus.
Howard says 17 more days.
17 more days until what? Until what? Okay, I gotta find those clear parts. Silly. Where's your clear parts? All right, there we go. So we got 1, 2, 3. Do. I'm missing any. I'm just checking the other sprues to see if there's any parts still on there that I'm gonna miss. And I think I'm all good like a piece of wood.
Howard says, I think they could mass produce things like a torpedo with the materials they collected.
Well, yeah, I think that's kind of the idea they were going with, right? They could replicate torpedoes. And
yeah, I would assume that's why they, only, you had to earn, replicator tokens and stuff.
Yeah, they rationed their energy, basically.
Yeah, and material.
Yeah, dilithium and matter. Yeah, they had to ration all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We've got 14 of these little pyramids. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one there. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it looks like they gave me a couple extras, which is nice because we only got 9 holes. 2, 3, 4. Just like a quick round of golf with these things.
Howard says,
see any on the bottom of that.
Howard says, I'm sure they could reproduce a whole Voyager if they collected enough raw material from space.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right. Okay. I think I got more than enough of those little pyramids. So, when I put these little pyramids on here, Ken, should I use the Tamiya extra thin, or should I try to use CA glue? Do something to the.
Are you trying to keep them clear, or are you going to be painting them color?
No, they don't really have to be clear. I've already got yellow. I put yellow paint right in the hole. Okay. There's a little light right behind it, and the hole is filled with yellow paint.
Because CA glue is going to fog them.
Yeah, but I don't care about that
material in the inside.
I just don't want to have a big glob of glue all around the thing that I have to clean up.
Right.
That's why I was thinking to use maybe the super thin or the extra thin. And
yeah, you could use thin. You could use
just gotta stick
glue
on there, right?
White glue.
So there we go.
Yeah, you can also use like a white glue and just clean up around the outside with a moistened Q-tip. You know.
Let's see.
Because white glue will hold after it, after it dries.
We got Tight Bond.
Yeah.
We got Elmer's Clear. That'll probably work too, but it just takes a while to dry. And this doesn't affect nothing. It's perfectly clear. I've got Clear Parts Cement and Window Maker.
That's that would work too.
Should I use that? I've never used it yet.
I believe that's a little more watery.
Okay, well that's what I want because I don't want to end up with a big whoops. I don't want to have a blob.
You can clean up after it.
Yeah, I got some
distilled
water
off
here.
your mic.
Feedback off my mic.
Well, you know what? Like it's rubbing against something, maybe.
Yeah, it got flipped. It got flipped into my shirt, and it was rubbing on my chest.
All that chest hair.
All that chest hair. I got a little bit.
Like a little shag carpet.
Yeah. Like a chimpanzee's belly.
Like a
okay.
silverback gorilla.
Yeah. Like a silverback gorilla. With the strength of a silverback, I'll knock out your gold fronts. All right, so let me get, excuse me. I had this because there's like a little paint around the edge there that I want to get rid of on the outside of it.
Yeah, you can get different CA glues or super glues that will not fog clear, but they're a little more costly. Not a lot, but a bit. And you probably won't find them in those really small containers.
No. Well, you know what? The only reason I buy these is because I frequently forget to put the cap back on.
Yeah.
And also, I use a lot of it, right? Sometimes I'll accidentally squirt it out and waste some, and you know what? They're cheap. $1.50 for one of these with 4 of them in there, and they do me well. They work well. Yeah. And I got all kinds of other stuff too, right? I got the other Gorilla Glue, and I got several kinds of glue. Oh, I got everything. Oh, I got all the glues.
See, that's the one downside about the white glue. It takes so long to dry, though.
Yeah. So how about this stuff? How long does that take? Is that similar to the white glue? Like if I put these on here, am I not going to be able to touch the model and handle it?
You should be good.
Maybe actually, these I can put on another time, actually. But I probably do need to put these grills in.
Right.
Because they're flat, and I won't be able to get them in there any other way. So I bought myself some new, just pinched my finger with it. I got myself some fairly cheap new little nippers there. They're only like $10. So we'll clip this guy off. My little water thing, lest I tip it over.
Did your mic get flipped again?
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, it did. You know why? Because I have it. There we go. I had the mic on the inside of my shirt collar instead of hanging on the outside.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't paying attention when I put it on there. All right, well, that's not fun. That was way better. Little clippy clip. This has a fairly smooth side on it. There we go. Okay, so that one's gonna go. Oh, I've already stuck that piece together. All right. Okay, I want to frost this piece. Which side are the grooves on? Okay, so the grooves are there. Let me get my Fred leveling beam. So I'm just going to scuff the back of it so it gets white. I think I only put white lights in there, and I'm not sure. What color do you think that should be, Ken? What color would these engines be?
The
orange?
Yeah, I can see
Purple?
orange.
All these ones are orange. Maybe the same orange as that?
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. I can make them any color I want.
I mean,
right?
yeah, if you wanted to keep them like Federation style, you could go red.
No, this one's a Cardassian one, so
yeah,
I think I'll make them orange. The other ones are orange.
Right. I know Klingons
So
are
I
red
just
for
gotta-
impulse engines.
Yeah.
Of course, Federation's red. I'm trying to remember, is Romulan's green?
I think
There's red as
I
well.
don't think you really see the impulse engines too much.
Yeah.
I can't really say that I've noticed the impulse engines on the Romulan ships.
Let me Google
Go
Cardassian.
Go. I'm going to use this Meaden orange right here because this thing is so small. I don't have to get the airbrush out. I'm just going to surface tension paint it. So by surface tension painting it is, I'll put a couple of drops of paint in here. That's all I need. We'll use a tiny bit of water.
Let's see what we got here for pictures of Cardassian.
Just so it spreads out a little bit. I'm going to use this piece of tape. And we'll stick it right on the fret leveling beam because it's nice and flat. Make sure I'm on the smooth side, so I'm going to get the paint on the inside. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just take a stick. Got a little drop of water in there. I'm just going to mix it. Just drag it across. The surface tension holds it in place. And then I'll give that a few minutes to dry. I'll do the same thing with the other ones. Make those guys orange too.
I'm looking maybe orange or yellow.
Oh. Well, it's already orange.
Then that's
And
what it's going to be.
That's right. And all the little pyramid things, all those are yellow,
Yeah.
right? And then there's other spots here too, like this. Oh, you can't see it right here. I carved that out. I opened up that, and there's yellow lights behind there. And then where else? Right here. These two little vent areas here, I got yellow inside there too.
Well, then orange will be perfect.
Yeah. So it's already got a lot of yellow lights on it. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to use this because I got my fret leveling beam there. So I'll just use this to scuff up the back. Get rid of the little burr. Burr. I wish I could get rid of the burr around here. I just checked when we were watching. Well, you were there, but when I was watching Canadian Starships, we were all talking about the temperature, and I checked the weather thing on my phone. It said minus 27. Okay, so I want that face down with the ridgy. One side, you can't really see it, but there's little ridges. There we go. We can kind of see them.
Just like ruffles?
Yeah, just like ruffles, has little ridges. Like Cardassian neck tendons. They've got ridges. You know, a cool detail. I don't remember which episodes, but there was a few occasions where you'd see a Cardassian woman.
Yep.
And a lot of times they would have makeup on that, like, divot on their forehead, that spoon there. They would have makeup on that. And I just thought that was a cool detail to add, right? Like, yeah, why wouldn't the women have makeup there? You know, maybe they want to highlight that feature or something. They have that feature for some kind of evolutionary reason.
Yeah. It's on your face. You can't really, normally hide it.
Yeah. I just thought it was an interesting detail to add. Somebody behind the scenes.
I wonder if earlier years, people, teenage rebellion type thing, they put, rings in it.
Yeah. Why not? They didn't show that on TV back in the day, but these days it's a more common thing that more average people have that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So they're kind of less reluctant to show things like that. Like in whatever movie it was, you see the Klingons there and they got like piercings on their ridges and stuff. I thought that was kind of neat. I was like, yeah, why not? They're hardcore guys. They're badass. We'll just let that kind of self-level. Just look at that. Add a bit more on this one. So the other one's close to being dry. Give it a minute, and maybe I'll just give it a little encouragement with the heat gun here. If I can find the end of it to plug in. Because I want to put that in right away. I don't have time to wait around. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, I'm going to mute.
I was just about to say that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right. Well, Jody has his sound muted. Feel free to listen to the sound of my voice as you slowly relax, closing your eyes. Breathe in and breathe out. Slowly relaxing. Feeling your body parts get heavy as you drift off to sleep. Jody, did I put you to sleep? I can't tell because you're still muted.
Oh, I don't know what happened there. I just felt really relaxed and rested. And oh, hey. All right.
Jody's muted again, so I don't know if he's oh no, he's unmuted now. So you can say I don't know if you're still using your dryer or not.
Yeah, I gave it another little shot there after I woke up from my impromptu nap. So this long one is basically dry. That's what she said. I'll put this one. These ones are a little thicker, so it needs a bit more time anyways. Now, if I needed to tweeze something, aha! Whoa,
Then I would recommend tweezers.
Whoa. I would recommend tweezers. Yes. All right, so we're gonna whoopsie. All right,
you need to zoom out a little bit, or
yeah, we're gonna head back out into space a little bit and watch from orbit. See if we can get this guy in here. We just tweezed, and then there we go.
I don't know if you want to put glue in there first, just in case, so it doesn't slip all the way through.
Thinking about it, yeah. Well, there's like a little
in the middle there.
There's a little lip right there.
Okay.
But if I drop it and it goes sideways, it's going in there.
Yeah, but if you put some glue there, it can help you. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it like just at the ends, I think. You know what?
Yeah, you could, or you can just go along the entire lip there. Either or.
This stuff's not stuck. I bet you this stuff doesn't even work.
You think it's dried out?
Well, it was in the stuff that my buddy Terry gave me to use, and I've had it for over a year, and I haven't used it yet.
Yeah, you can just try screwing off the cap and then just using a toothpick to
that's
some of that glue if it's still liquid.
That's not going to move. It's still liquid. I can see it liquiding around in there, but I don't think anything's going to come out of this tip.
Okay, you could cut the tip a little shorter.
Drill a hole in the tip. Still may have to cut it. Oh, okay. I can hear it.
Here.
It's unblocked. I bet you when I drilled out the glue, it just blocked the hole. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit in the corner for now. Let's see if I can get this guy in here without flicking it away with the tweezers. Okay.
There you go. Looks good.
Now, I think I can... This stuff will wipe off, and I've painted it on the inside.
Yep,
So
and
it's
it should dry
thin.
clear.
Yeah, and it just kind of wicks right in there. It's so thin.
Yeah, it is a thinner version of the white glue, which is
Hey,
nice.
I like this stuff. I like this stuff.
Don't forget to put a lid on it then when you're done with it.
Yes, it has a lid. I think it just probably because it hasn't been used in so long.
Probably.
You know what I mean? Like my buddy gave me stuff that he hasn't used in a while, right?
Yeah. So
He
who
gave it
knows
to me
how
because
long-
he
how
didn't
old it
use
is.
it. Yeah. Well, I think the only reason he didn't use it is because he had lots.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that worked out fairly well. Okay, so I can get away with... I could have did the same thing with these ones too. I think it might even be easier to put in there if this is already closed.
So for those, you may need to wait until you close up the entire thing.
Well, I can try to put them in right now, but you know, this one was pretty easy. And if I put it in there before closing it, then I have to make sure that I get it on the right up and down vertical perfectly in place.
Yeah, so maybe just glue it to the bottom piece.
Because on the inside, it has a little lip inside for that to rest up against. So I don't have to worry about it. Like if I put it in there, it'll be in the right spot. But if I glue it in there, I might have it this way, one way or another.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do that. So I think it's time to start spreading the news and get some of this Tamiya extra thin going.
All right. Did you need to close up that back shuttle bay or not shuttle bay?
Oh, yes. Yes, I
bay
do
first?
need to do that. Yes. Thank you.
Just thought I'd remind you because you
Yes.
said in your previous stream at the end you're gonna try and you end up closing it up and it won't be ready.
That's right, because I'll forget that I did that. Yeah, okay, so I'll use some of this stuff here, the same piece I used on the bottom shuttle bay. It's got ruffles on it. It's all ridgy with ruffles. So I'll do the tape trick here. This is not straight. Let's see, we can't see that. Let's see if we can do it. There we go. Hopefully it'll stay. So this line's not really straight, but that's not a big deal because I'll know, and I'll just cut it where it needs to go. So I'll stick this down. I'm going to burnish it with the tool here.
Made from real antler.
Made from real moose antler, that's right. Moose antler that was on my dad's front porch for probably at least 12 or 15 years. And squirrels and birds and raccoons would come and eat seeds and stuff out of it. It got all weathered. That's why it has this grain to it.
Yeah.
It got all weathered, eh? So the outer layers of it, like when you get deep into the antler, it's not like that. It's nice and white and perfect.
Right.
But the outer layers got weathered and they get this grain to it. You can see a nice bit of it right there. So I used a couple of a couple of nice big thick pieces to make the nut and the bridge for the acoustic bass that I made, and it just works great. And it looks really cool because you can see that green in it, right?
Yeah. It's also cool to watch when moose shed their antlers.
Yeah.
Just give their head a shake and it pops off. And then they'll grow a new set the next year.
Mm-hmm. So you can imagine how fast they grow.
Yeah.
So the older the moose gets, the faster they grow throughout
make
the
those
season.
big racks.
Right? Yeah, because they lose their antlers every season. So it's not because they're such an old moose that they have, their antlers have grown huge. It's just they grow faster and faster each time they grow again.
Yeah. So basically what we're trying to say is no moose were hurt in the production of this model.
No moose were hurt in the production of this model. So a couple years ago, right after I bought my car, we went out to the next little town over to Chelmsford where my brother lives. Stopped by my brother's place, and I was showing off my car and stuff like that. And the highway between here and there is a long 2-lane highway, no lights. It's dark. There's not a lot of traffic, and there's nothing there. So it's you're basically driving through the woods, through the bush,
right,
on a highway. And we're about halfway home, and just out of the blue, Mary says we should keep an eye out for moose, right? Make sure you don't see, or just keep an eye out and make sure we don't hit a moose or whatever, because they're known to be in the area.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, good thinking, Mary. And then, like, not even, it had to be like 5 seconds. She's like, make sure you keep an eye out for moose. I was like, yeah. And it was like this, I just got the car. And there was a car in front of us, and he changed lanes without signaling because there's a double lane, and the double lane was going to end. Maybe he thought I wanted to pass him. I don't know, but he didn't signal and he changed lanes. But I wasn't looking to pass. And just as he changed lanes, right behind him, like this gigantic moose. And we only saw, like, it was so big and we were so close. All we saw was its legs and the bottom of its belly as it ran across the road in front of us. Like, if I would have hit that moose, our whole car would have been destroyed and we would have been seriously injured or possibly killed.
And you're not driving a little car. Like,
yeah, like it's a Dodge Journey, so it's not a little car. Yeah, that would have been disastrous. But it was just
the moose was like, "Hey, you talking about me?"
Yeah, you talking about me? Look out for me. I don't know. It's like Mary sensed it or something. Say, hey, watch out for moose.
Watch out for moose.
Yeah. Every time we would leave on our way home, my dad would say, watch out for the moose.
Moose on the loose.
Moose on the loose, yeah.
Pa was giving me a poke.
Yeah, Pa was giving you a little poke. He's like, look out. There's one coming. He was giving you a message from above. All right, so the reason I didn't use the Sonic Saber is because I don't want melted over edges for that. I want it to be nice and smooth. Let's see, no new comments.
Nope.
Everybody's enthralled in the work.
They're listening to you as they work on their own projects or fall asleep listening to your voice.
Did you see that meme I posted on Discord a couple months ago, shortly after they came out with that Lego Enterprise D? is a picture of LaForge, and he's like looking proudly, and it says Geordie proudly watching you build your Lego Enterprise D.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he's just sitting there looking on with approval.
Yeah. So there's an option there. If you're trying to mount that flush in that hole, you could just put use some spare styrene to put a lip along the edge from the inside.
No, it's going to sit on top.
Okay.
I've cut it larger than the hole, and it's going to sit on top as a panel. I should have done it the other way though. I got my lines going vertical. I wasn't thinking, but hey, whatever. It's fine. I don't care.
It's Cardassian. They do things differently.
That's right. They got
it actually splits in the middle and rolls into the sides.
Yeah. All right. Let me just get this one here so I can give this a... I'm going to see if I can give it a nice bevel. Nice 45-degree angle. Or whatever angle I end up achieving by doing it by hand like this. Uh-oh.
Timber?
Tim who?
Tim Burr.
Burr.
You don't know him?
Old Tim Burr. I've heard of him. Sounds like a cold fella. Old Tim Burr had a heart like an ice cube. Old Tim Burr had eyes of blue steel. Something wrong with my knuckle. I gotta be very, very careful with my finger. If I put any sideways pressure on that knuckle, it's just excruciatingly painful.
Well, then don't do that.
I try not to, but the way I was gripping this little thing was cramping me up there. The cramps. I'm gonna try a different approach. I'm going to use the little board here.
Well, on the upside, you have spares.
That's right. I can always make more.
Knuckles.
Oh, knuckles. Yeah, I got 9
knuckles.
more of those. Yeah.
No, you got more than 9.
That's the one I use the most.
You got more than 9 knuckles.
No, I don't. These ones are fused. I'm down to a single phalange on each finger.
But closer to the palm of your hand, you have more knuckles up there.
Yeah, your whole hand is just all tiny bones, eh? It's nothing but knuckles. Nothing but knuckles up there. Yeah, part of the fibromyalgia. Like, that's not the only knuckle that hurts, but that one hurts the most. So what I'll get from my fibromyalgia, which is still trying to be understood, but it's a neurological sort of thing, right? So what happens is my receptors in my brain that tells you that something's going on with your nerves gets activated. Right? So like the signal goes to my brain that says, oh, your leg hurts right there. Yeah. Even though it doesn't. Right? It's like when amputees have phantom pains. Oh, my foot hurts even though you don't have a foot.
Yep.
It's because it's not in your foot. It's in your mind, right? It's in your brain, in your processing. So those receptors are getting activated and it's telling your brain this hurts for no reason. Random places on my body at random times, and it's like my bones, right, or my joints. And then I also get a lot of those little muscle spasms where you're sitting there and one little precise location is just and then it stops and then
Central nervous system.
like little muscle tremors.
I think I've had those before, but probably not as many times as you do.
Oh, no, it happens all the time.
No.
Pretty much every day.
Yeah, I've had it happen. Just not often.
It's like widespread pain, fatigue, sleep problems, cognitive difficulties.
Cognitive difficulties. That's my excuse.
Look at that. You've been going for an hour already. Not bad.
I've been on for an hour.
And what did you accomplish in this hour?
I got the. Let's go around the table. I got that little orange thing painted orange and installed. I got the back piece all trimmed and smoothed out and cut to fit right there. And I got this. I found my clear sprues. Yeah, I found my clear parts for one thing.
That was a victory right there.
Constructed, that was a victory in its own. And I just fabricated this little door. It's gonna go right there. And I'm gonna put it on. Let's see, we're gonna take a little piece of tape. And we're just gonna tape on there so it stops taking off on me.
Or an elastic band if you had one.
Probably do somewhere.
That's what I keep them around the bench for.
I usually have one for my hair. But actually I bought some elastic bands a couple years ago, and by the time I went to use the first one, they were all rotted and dried out and they snapped.
Get you one, honey.
No, I'm good. Todd says, I'm listening, glancing over as I wire up the back of the breaker panel in 3D. Sweet.
So many cables.
So many cables. So you're even going to the detail of actually adding the wires. You're not just going to have a little 3D breaker box there with a conduit coming out of it. You're wiring the wires into it. That's amazingly insane. I thought I was crazy with these little stupid detail ships that I'm making. I thought I was nuts. It turns out Todd's nuts too. But that's the thing, eh? When you get a passion for something and you're interested in it, you'll go all out. You know,
guess what? I got a fever.
Guess what?
And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Oh, more cowbell. Oh, where's my bell? Where's my bell? Oh, that cup you sent me is a wonderful bell.
Todd says, I could pop in and show you. It's so dumb.
You're welcome to join and show your house, Todd, anytime. Jump on up in here. Let's see some 3D modeling. Todd says, we need an experienced 3D modeler in the group. But then he's here making a house. Down to the finest detail. That's right. I've been talking to the people that I'm friends with that do it, and giving the Discord link and saying, come on over and check out our group and show us what you got, stuff like that. So maybe someone will join in.
Hello, Todd.
There he is. Todd entered the studio.
This is so dumb.
Add him to the stage, good man.
What am I doing? Why am I wiring the back of the breaker? What am I doing? This is so stupid.
You know why you're doing that? I'll tell you exactly why you're doing that. Because you can. And if you didn't, it wouldn't feel complete to you. You'd always
Why did
feel
I-
like, you know what? There's something missing. I could have
Why did
finished
I
this.
decide to do the
This
electrical?
model.
Who in their right mind puts the electrical in? So dumb.
Well, why not? You know, when you're done with this, you'll have all the knowledge you need to actually build a house.
Well, now I'm stuck in the wall.
You could probably take a test and become a building inspector after this. I keep trying to convince my brother to do that. My brother should take the exam to be a building inspector. He's such an accomplished carpenter, and he knows all the ins and outs. Like, he knows every trick. He knows all the laws. He knows all the codes. He knows the proper way that everything should be done. And when he does the work, he does nothing less than perfection, right? He does everything the exact proper way that you should. And he's like, you know, he's going to be 57 this year, and he's still busting his butt. Like, you know, they give him the easy jobs whenever they can, but there's still things that only he can do at that company that no one else can do, and then that he has to go do, right? And he's getting too old for that shit, man.
Can you make fucking 3 times the amount.
Oh yeah, he can make 3 times the amount of money, but it's not so much about that as it is the, you know, the satisfaction, easier on his body, and the satisfaction of accomplishment I think he would get from it would be worth it.
I'm just saying he would make more money as a building inspector too.
Oh yeah, he'd make a lot of money. And there's probably, I don't know, maybe,
Easier retirement.
who knows, maybe the circle wouldn't like him because he'd call out everybody's mistakes and made sure everything gets done perfectly, like Todd's doing with his builders, right?
Oh yeah, I call them out all the time.
Yeah,
They say,
but
and they'll say, "We got it, we got it." I'm like, all right.
yeah, well, because they count on the average person not knowing these things, right? Nobody's gonna know the.
No, that's
supposed to be-
definitely it. Like, you know, they keep saying, "Oh no, we'll get it." And I'm like, "Well, you had 7 inspectors go through and check the framing and managed to miss 5 truss hangers.
Yeah,
Like, you had floating trusses, so I don't know if I believe you now."
all right, so we're gonna pop this off one last time.
Oop.
Looks like I got a little. Looks like I got a little fill in to do right there. My plate didn't quite make it. I guess I didn't make that little bit flat enough. So my plate didn't quite make it on there. So I'm going to pop it off. Pardon me? Oh, I thought you said something there, honey. I'm just going to
No, I didn't say
give
anything.
this a
Dear.
little... All right, darling. I'm just going to give this a little sand job and make it flatter so that lines up a little better. I thought I had flattened this off good enough, but apparently not. Did you go see your house today, Todd? Did you get out there?
I did go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Did you
it's
get the painted on the inside?
painted on the inside and the outside.
Oh, right on.
They fixed the walls there with the when it comes
No,
to
they
the
painted right over the hole.
outlets.
Really?
Well, the hole in the kitchen, they just painted right over it, like right
Like
through
where
the
they
hole up in the attic.
Where they did that ladder fiasco, you mean?
No,
Or are you
that
talking
was
about something else?
yeah,
That was a separate thing. This is another thing.
yeah. Oh my God, what did I do there? Yeah, I don't know. And I asked them about it, and they basically said, well, you know, the finishing crew comes through and takes care of those things. I'm like, okay.
The world-class wrecking crew comes in for you.
Yeah, boy, I bet that finishing crew just loves you guys.
I don't care if they love me or not.
No, I mean they really love the other guys because it's like, yeah, we just do things half-assed. The finishing crew has to come in and do, fix all our work.
Well, that's what I mean.
Well,
like
that's
it basically is too. I mean, like somebody, but the finishing crew, from what I understand, is they are there's like what's the word I'm looking for? There's disciplines of everybody. So like the finishing crew has a framer, it has a drywall guy, a paint guy, a plumbing guy, electrician guy, blah blah blah, and they're completely separate. And they'll come in and fix the errors, even if it's not fixed yet. Like the hole in the ceiling. I was talking to them today, and they're like, we can't stop the schedule, right, to fix this thing here and this thing here and this thing here. They have to keep moving. So if they don't, then nothing would get done. They'd have to stop and get the drywall guys to come back, and because the hole in the kitchen's been there, the hole in the ceiling's been there since like a month. Ever since they hung the drywall, the hole's been there. And if somebody's come through and taped the drywall and mudded the drywall and textured the drywall and now painted the drywall, and nobody fixed a hole. And it feels counterintuitive, but I was talking to the lady, and she's like, I felt the same way when I first started here. But the finishing crew has the ability to come back. If they have to rip out a whole piece of drywall and put in new drywall and have to go through all those steps again, they will. It's just easier than trying to disrupt the build schedule, because they have to get all these. It's so many contractors to get involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I guess.
Jody, if you want, you can use the Tamiya Extra Thin to glue that into place.
Yeah, good call. I think I'll use that, because that way I can just hold it in place and then wick it in there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, just wick it in there.
Wick it in. Because we
Good,
wick it.
good
We wick
sticky wicket.
Pick up the mic. I think I'm going to just slightly convex it a little bit so that the corners will be firmly in place. And I'll have that little bit of pressure, a little bit of extra pressure. Okay, are we centered? We are centered. I wonder about baby centaurs. When centaurs are born, are their top parts like babies? Do they just kind of hang, because a horse can get up and start running away within, 10 minutes. A horse is up and running around. So is the horse part up and running around, and the person part's just kind of dangling like a meat sack until it can develop enough to
flopping around?
Yeah. Or is like the person part, fully developed and conscious of what's happening?
There's just a fetus that's floating.
That keeps you up at night, doesn't it, Jody?
It will now.
Well, Disney had baby centaurs and stuff like that in some of their older stuff.
They're actually like infants?
They look like they're very young.
Do you remember Newton?
Herc. Hey, Newt.
Put the ring on, Herc.
Yeah.
and then
Toot.
Hurtling earthward from Mount Olympus, the mighty Hercules.
Yeah, I remember watching those.
Was that a Canadian one, or is that?
I don't know. Maybe it was. Same with Rocket Robin Hood.
Yeah, Rocket Robin Hood. I remember that. How about you, Todd? Did you see those?
I think that was before my time, my friend.
No, you're the same age as me. I barely remember it. Like that was,
and he can't even remember the first 10 years of his life.
in the morning?
No, I honestly can't. But it might have been still on in like the early 80s. Mid 80s, yeah. Because it was 1984 when I had that head injury and lost my memory. So it might have been still playing in reruns. Rocket Robin Hood and Hercules.
I was watching Hercules before I went to school, before we moved out of Turkey, and that was like 85, 86.
Yeah. Hercules had this ring, and he would like do everything he could until there was no other recourse, and then he would put on the ring, and it gave him the hurt. It was like He-Man going by the power of Grayskull, right? He'd put the ring on, and he didn't change appearance, but he had like way more
became
power.
stronger.
Yeah, he became the
It's one of those things like, had you done that at the start.
Yeah.
And
every single monster, went.
Yes. Just somebody making a hissing noise.
Yeah. Oh no, it's the Kraken. It's Medusa.
It's the Hydra.
Yeah. Oh, it was so terrible. It was so cheesy. The animation was terrible. Like, the animation was worse than the Star Trek animated series animation.
Yes, it was.
It was bad. But we watched it faithfully every day.
Yep.
But back then, we didn't have much of a choice. It's either that or what's on the other channel? Oh, Tommy Hunter. Okay, we'll watch Hercules.
Hey, I remember when they came out with started showing us Astro Boy.
I never saw Astro Boy.
Oh, okay.
They never showed that where I'm from, or maybe if you had cable, you could watch it on like the Cartoon Network or something like that. But they never showed it on
CTV or
oh yeah,
BBC. That's all I had.
Maybe I just didn't watch it. The only time I really watched cartoons was after school.
Yeah, see, that one was always on
Saturday
in the
morning.
So I could watch it while I was getting ready for school.
Yeah, we didn't watch TV in the morning before school. We only watched TV after school. And Saturday mornings, I was up. As soon as I got up, I was outside playing.
Yeah,
I was gone for the day. I wasn't really sitting around watching cartoons unless, it was raining or something like that. Even then, we still went and played in the rain. It's raining? Oh, I guess we'll build a cabin today and get out of the rain. We'll make a wigwam.
That's one of those things I watch at night when I'm trying to fall asleep. There's people building cabins in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
Like this guy built a cabin in 3 months. And it's like an hour-long video just showing footage of him doing stuff.
Yeah, and it's like kind of stop motion or...
It just quick clips or whatever.
Yeah, not stop motion, but quick clips. Yeah, I like those too. I've seen a lot of those.
There was actually a guy in BC. He has his own channel, and he built his own cabin in 3 days. But it was all like pre-cut lumber and everything for it.
Okay.
Like I think even the doorways were cut out. You just had to put all the right pieces in the right places.
So what my brother and I used to do, and sometimes my friends, we would just we didn't even have tools or anything. Like, we'd just be in the bush and started getting cold or whatever, or just for something to do, just for fun. So we just grab cedar trees. So first you grab whatever straight sticks you can find.
Yeah.
And you push them down into the snow, and you bring the tops together like you would sort of a teepee, right?
Right.
But you make it into kind of a dome. You're basically making an igloo out of trees.
Yeah.
So you get long, thin, flexible sticks, and you make your framework with that. You sort of, weave them together on top of themselves and each other. And then you just get the spruce branches, and you get all the big fanned out branches, and you just pile those on top, and you weave the limbs, like where you cut from.
Yep.
You weave the limbs into the framework of the thing, and you overlap them, and you got yourself a little weatherproof wigwam.
Well, it's a lot better
you
than
know,
digging a hole in a snowbank and crawling in that.
and like my brother and I could do it in like, you know, an hour and a half. We'd have one big enough for the two of us or even the three of us to sit in there. There's you want a fire, you just make a fire because it's porous, right?
Yeah.
And you do it under a big tree so that you get protection from the rain from the tree plus protection from the rain. Like, it's not waterproof or rainproof. It's still going to drip in.
Yeah.
But it's mostly, you set it up in a way that it runs away from where you're sitting, right?
Yeah, you're not getting poured on, you're just getting dripped on.
There's a bit of a strategy to it. Okay, so I don't know if this is doing it for me. Gotta hold this pretty tightly. See, when I let go, that kind of let go. I'm gonna try to get this part sealed up.
You can put tape over the seams. Just put tape on the top and pull it tight as you pull it around to the bottom.
Yeah, good idea. Let's try this blue stuff here. It's sticky enough. The green stuff is less adhesive.
Yeah.
So it's more likely to let go. Should I add more Tamiya?
You can wait till you tape it and then add more.
Oh yeah, it'll just seep in under the tape?
Yeah, it'll well, sorry. No, don't put any around where the tape is because it'll track along the tape and leave a little line on your top of your model.
Oh.
But beside those areas, you know, or near those areas you can.
Okay. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna do,
or you could just seep some more paint.
I'm gonna get
glue in.
this part.
Yeah, so put some glue in there, and then put the tape over top.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If I add more glue, I can put the tape over it, right?
Yes, you can.
It's not gonna do any adverse harm. Like, it's not gonna.
Nope, it'll be just fine.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience. All right, so I want to get this right down there as much as I can. Pull it taut. Oh yeah. Taping the seam together is tight. So I need a little, get rid of that. And I'll use it over here to make sure that doesn't peel up. Okay, so perfect, yeah. All right. Just give it a little squeeze. Actually got some of these.
In case you don't know, Todd, you're still muted.
There we go. I got some of these little clips.
And again, once you put the glue in, yeah, you could either clip it or tape it again, or both.
There we go.
Yep. And it just melts the plastic so they become welded together.
Yeah. See, this stuff here,
yep,
does the exact same thing, but it's not quite as thin as the Tamiya. It's thinner than Gorilla Glue, and it's a little thinner than this glue here, but it's still not quite as thin as the Tamiya. Like, it'll wick, but you got to give it Like when you tip this bottle over, it dumps out. It's
Right.
thin enough to do that. You don't really have to squeeze the bottle, but it still doesn't wick as well as this does.
Yeah, it's great for capillary action.
Yeah. I've got more of those little clips somewhere.
And if need be, if you suddenly decide you need to reopen it for some reason, you can use that glue to slowly weaken those seams to reopen them.
Yeah, it'll just kind of redissolve it.
Yeah, because that'll be the weak point as far as dissolving the plastic
Yeah.
is considered.
There's me clips. Yeah, I can probably just rotate the ones I have and just keep moving them. I got a bunch of those somewhere. Should have more on the table. There is a moron at this table. This guy who can't find any stuff. I honestly don't have the proper setup for storage and organization. And also, I don't really have the sense for that kind of thing. There's a certain sensibility that one needs in order to stay organized. And I just don't. I just don't.
Do you have room on your desk for a little drawer system or something?
No.
No?
My desk is literally, this workspace here is the only place that doesn't have anything piled on it. To the right is my computer and my keyboard. And in front of me is all the tools like the power supply and the saber and the soldering iron. And over this way is like a couple little cubbyhole shelves with bunch of various tools and paints and stuff on them that all stick out, and they're piled all on top of each other because I'm terrible. And at the other end of the table is the paint booth, and the paint booth has stuff piled on top of it. And I even made a little riser thing that fits on top of the paint booth, like a box that can hold my tools. And it's got my markers, and it's got my flat stock plastic supply. It's got a bunch of stuff. So the paint booth you sent me is part of the workbench now, part of the aesthetic and the organization system. And then the rest of my table from right here down this way is covered in bottles of paint and rolls of tape and pieces of plastic. And
I sent you a link
Okay.
to Hobby Zone.
Look at it.
I know, I see that. That's what
So
I'm saying.
there's-
Like,
Oh, that's going to turn upside down. Hold on. I hate when it does that. It's got to be this way. There we go. This camera has like an auto. So let's just move that. Hey, look at that. So there's the top of the paint booth there.
nice. You got my sticker there.
And it's good. Yeah, I got everybody's sticker, and I got some other stickers around the corner on the side, like Howard's and Keith's. And that's full of stuff.
Yeah. Feel free to take a look at that link afterwards with all the stuff that Hobby Zone has.
Yeah.
For organizing your bench.
So there's the shelves. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to this. Yeah, like when I need drill bits, I have to go to this thing right here.
Yeah. And there are places in Canada that sell the Hobby Zone stuff, whereas this the webpage is their home website, which is in Europe.
So they have organization solutions.
Oh yeah, that's pretty much all they do. And they also have boat building tools too for building little wooden ships and stuff.
Oh, cool.
They got paint organizers and tool organizers and little drawers and everything. It's all modular. You can put it together however you want.
All right, so we got a little goo there, but that's not going to be hard to clean up.
Yeah, if you get goo like that, you just leave it, wait till it dries, and then it can be sanded off super easy.
Yeah,
Barely an inconvenience.
that's right. Looks like I got a couple more of those little pyramid holes right here on the edge.
Yeah.
Those aren't painted yellow, so I'll just probably paint the back of the clear piece yellow.
Right.
We'll just do that. It's just the translucent yellow paint that I have. All right. Let's get some goo into you. Oh, that sounded bad. I didn't mean it that way.
Does that mean are you talking to your wife? Like,
No, she's not in the room.
The stream here or something?
I'm talking to you, Ken. I'm talking to the ship.
Bedtime. Gotta go.
Talking to the ship. Let's get some goo into you. I have a t-shirt that says, I don't think before I speak because I like surprises. Or I don't always think before I speak because sometimes I like surprises. Something like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Having wacky shirts used to like be my thing. I don't really have too many anymore, but I used to have all these wacky, funny shirts. Most of them were dirty. Maybe even too dirty for me to say. Well, not too dirty for me to say, but for right now.
For you to say on the live stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Leave it to one's imagination. All right, this side seems to be sort of pinching itself together fairly nicely. I'll still put the little clip over there. So I'll need to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to start from the tail again because this tail kind of needs to be lined up a little bit. There's no locator, like there's no little lip or anything behind here. It just kind of butts right up against the other piece like that.
Yeah. So
but
that's
it
an
needs
area
to
where
be,
I say glue it and then put the tape over the seam again.
Yeah, but
or
it
an
needs
elastic
to be
band
out.
if you have one.
Well, it needs to be out a little bit. There's like a step there, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I got some tape here. But I just want to kind of give it a little squeeze so that the end of it moves in slightly. Just like that. Hold on. Hold on to the ship. Oh, come on. Be small enough to get in there. Maybe I gotta go this way. There we go. Just like so.
There you go. So you can go continue on down that seam running glue.
Yeah. And if I put it here, it'll probably make its way right down there. It all soaked right in before it went anywhere. I'd like this brush to be just a little bit bigger and hold a little more glue. It'd be nice if it gave you like another size.
If you get the white bottle, it's a slightly thicker version of that glue.
Okay, it's not the extra thin. It's just the thin.
It's just the Tamiya,
Tamiya thin.
Tamiya glue. And it comes in the same kind of bottle, but it's white topped and white labeled.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, it's slightly thicker than that, but it does have a larger brush. And the glue's pretty good too. I mean, but you could swap it over and use the bigger brush in the extra thin if you wanted.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the bottle you say is the same.
Yep.
They should just, they should just.
You could also alternatively use
brush.
a regular paintbrush in that.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't have the wrong kind of plastic bristles or something.
Yeah, it'll just eat the plastic, right? You want like a natural bristle brush.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine. Okay, so the clamp's going to hold that up. Okay, so that blue tape wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. Turns out it's less sticky than the green tape. Where's my green tape? There. And I'll get like a wider piece of tape here. We're going to go like that. And I'm going to squeeze it.
SDM Productions is here. He says, "Hey there.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you again. Welcome back to Track Mods. I've got my friend Ken from Ken's Hobby Bench here producing for me. Is Todd still around? Todd still in there?
Todd's in the background there. He's still working on his...
Todd's in the back, working on the house.
Yeah, working on his house.
If you have any developments on your work there, Todd, feel free to put yourself back on screen and show us what you're doing. Todd's 3D modeling the house that's currently being built for him. He's making a replica of it. And what program are you using, Todd?
And maybe he stepped away from the computer for a moment.
I don't see the computer screen moving or anything happening. He might be AFK. Hey, Shark's here. How's it going, Ricardo?
Hey, Ricardo.
Good to see you.
We're getting the graveyard shift coming in.
Yeah.
Or
what time is it
from
anyway?
Another,
1
other
a.m.
places in the world.
Yeah, well, Ricardo's pretty far out west, I would say. The Yucatan is pretty far west, so it's earlier in the night for him. Probably be like 10 o'clock.
I was gonna say, I don't think it's that far. I was gonna say probably I think he might even be the same time zone I am, like around midnight.
Okay. Yeah, that's true.
I'm sure he could let us know. SDM said just got off of work. Well, glad you could make it.
A late shift. All right, so we're going to put a bit right here. here.
Yep. And he says, "Yep, it's midnight here
It's midnight.
for Ricardo."
It's 12 o'clock. It's midnight somewhere.
And SDM says 10 o'clock here.
It's 10 o'clock somewhere. I wonder if this is still going to work. We got action. So I got these, Mary got me this big bag of these little pipettes, and we didn't realize they were so small. But they're actually way more useful than you might think, because sometimes you only need just a tiny amount like that, right? I'm using these little ink cups a lot of the times. So
Yeah, the
this
tattoo ones?
this is so this is like 2 of these fills this. But the bonus thing is that I can cut these off and use them on glue bottles, stuff like that, right? I'm going to put it right on my Vallejo plastic putty right there.
Oh, there you go.
And I can get a nice tip on it. And just the tip, my friend, because I got this I get this crack right here. It's affecting my neck and my back. So I'm going to fill it in. But you know there. Hey, you know something. Now that I'm thinking about it, what I'm going to do, is I'm going to put a little angle on the end of it here, you see? Just like that. So I can get this in there a little bit more,
Just like you do on a caulking gun.
You said a bad word.
Hey, the caulking gun was invented by a Canadian.
That's right. Caulk was invented by a Canadian. So this guy that I used to work with at same company that my brother works for still, but he was the electrician, and after installing wires and conduits and stuff like that, he would caulk everything. He'd silicone everything, right?
Yep.
So my brother was there doing finishing stuff, baseboards and trim and stuff like that. And he's also using caulking. And I guess he didn't feel like going out to the van, so he grabbed the other guy's caulking gun just to do a small part that he needed to be done, right?
Oh, you never grab another man's caulking gun.
Well, Brandon didn't care. He was, you need a tool, you use a tool. But he comes back in and he's like, "Hey, where's my caulk?" He's like, "I can't find my caulk." And he's going around the house. "Anybody seen my caulk? I've really misplaced my caulk." And like the tenant was there in the house, right? This is Sudbury housing units.
Yep.
That we're working in. So the tenant's laughing her ass off too, right? She thinks it's hilarious. And my brother's just like, "I got your caulk down here, Brendan." He's like, "I'm coming to get my caulk." He's like, "I need it. I can't finish my job without my caulk." It's just so funny. Immature, but funny. All right, this is not.
You gotta have fun at work.
You gotta have fun at work. Yeah, it was pretty fun there most of the time. We had a good crew. I enjoyed what I was doing most of the time. Sometimes it was pretty tough. Like we had jobs where we're doing shingles on roofs.
Yep.
But it's like a housing unit complex, right? With like 25 buildings that each have, 6-8 apartments in them. So they're all these like long-house buildings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like duplex or triplex buildings, or there's 2 or 3 like townhouses.
Yep.
Multi-floor townhouses. So yeah, we'd
You forgot part of your clamp there on your ship.
Hmm?
The black part.
Oh yeah, the little rubber piece came off. Oh, that's a bummer. Thank you. Yeah, and then there was another one where we did windows. We replaced every window in every apartment in this townhouse complex called Ryan Heights, and it probably took. There was usually 8 or 10 of us on the crew at one time, and I think it took maybe 3 months to do all the windows. And I was at the point where I could dismantle the window with nothing but my hammer and the flat pry bar that you call the Wonder Bar. It's like a flat, wide crowbar.
Yep.
And it's got a hook at one end, and it's got a turn at the other end, and it's kind of short.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
I was taking apart the windows in under 10 minutes with nothing but my hammer and the bar, no saws, nothing like that. Just tearing the whole frame out, removing the windows, all the glass, the pane, the frame. And then you would have to, the new windows were larger. So that whole frame that window was in had to also be removed. And then you had to cut the drywall larger for the new windows to be replaced. And we did every apartment in that complex, like hundreds of apartments. It was crazy. Like we're starting to get to know the people that lived around there. People were bringing us coffee and snacks and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Everyone was mostly pretty nice.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And then one year, the city of Sudbury decided to switch every lock that is owned by the city to this lock called Best. So I don't know if you're familiar with a Best lock.
Yeah.
But they make all kinds of locks, padlocks and deadbolts and stuff like that, right?
Right.
But the feature is that it has this core in it. So it has like this double core. It looks like a figure 8. And the screws to remove say it's a deadbolt. If you want to remove the deadbolt, you need a special key that removes the core of the lock.
Right.
Because the screws are behind this thick, it's like a 1/4 inch thick stainless steel plate called the 8 plate, because it has a 8 shaped hole in it where the core goes.
Yep.
And that is over, so the screws are inside the lock and they're on the inside of the apartment. They're not even on the outside of the door. So if you're trying to break in, you're not breaking in. And the ring that's around the deadbolt spins freely. So you can't put a pipe wrench on it and force it to crack the door and break the wood of the door. Well, most of the doors are metal anyways, but the ring just spins. So you can't do anything with that, right? The core is virtually impenetrable. And then part of the problem with the Sudbury housing was that people were getting keys copied and giving everybody a key, right? Oh, your friend has a key, your sister has a key, oh, my kid needs a key. And there are just all these keys going around. And then people that didn't even live there anymore still had keys, and they were going to other people's apartments, like where they used to live, right? And, robbing people or stuff like that, or angry exes that aren't supposed to be there using keys to get in, right?
Yeah.
So with the Best lock system, when somebody moves out, you take the core, so you don't even have to change the lock. You just take the core and you put a different core in there. Yep. And it's a totally different key. So even if someone still has their key, which your key can't be copied, you need a special permit to go, like you can't go to Home Hardware and get a key made. It says right on the key, do not copy. So you can't do that. And the only person that has the core key is literally the head of Sudbury Housing and my brother. They were the only 2 core keys in existence.
Yeah, we had keys like that in the RCMP as well.
Yeah, so you
or
just change the
detachment.
core, right? You're basically changing the lock just by giving it a different core.
Yeah. And then for more secure doors, we had a different brand, but it was the key didn't have any cutouts along the edge. The sides of the key were smooth, but it had divots in it, and then a couple round ball bearing type magnets.
Yeah, just like this. Ours are like that here.
Yeah, sort of like that.
Just like that. And there's like the little ball. You can see the little divots right there.
Yeah, they're magnets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for the
do not copy. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't copy it. Do not duplicate. No. And then if we like we had to get an extra one for our kid and it was like $50.
Yeah.
But whatever, you know, that's fine. Fair enough. They're not cheap.
No.
It's a special kind of key, right?
Oh, Jody's muted. And
So
no, he's not.
I had a sneeze there.
Ah.
I had a pretty bad sneeze. Okay, so I need to give this just a little squeeze. And
oh, Todd's screen's moving again.
Right there.
So he's going to be back on his computer.
You know, I can probably go in there with the plastic putty. I think I'll do that instead. I'm just gonna, I don't know if I'm at the right angle here, but I'm just gonna go in with this. I was gonna put more glue and try to squeeze it into submission, but I think I'll just do this instead.
Okay. Welcome back, Todd.
I'm back. I just didn't want to take up the screen when he's doing such cool stuff.
Yeah. We didn't see much movement for a while on the screen.
Rebecca just got back from a quinceañera. One of her daughter's friends went to, and
cool.
I'm not going to that, but yeah. So we were just talking about that, and
cool.
A quinceañera. That's a sweet 16 party.
It is. Yep.
I know because I see TV shows.
That's where I learned everything I know from TV.
Well, a lot of things. There's not there's not a big Latino population around here, so it's not like we grew up having Spanish friends or anybody that would celebrate a quinceañera, right? I didn't even hear about it until I saw it on TV.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. There's quite a wider variety of people in Sudbury, but when I was a kid, there wasn't, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're either French or you're English.
Yeah, most people immigrating to Canada would go to places like BC and, the nicer weather places.
Yeah, I had some native friends, and then when I was older, when I was a teenager, I started meeting more people, and I had some other multicultural friends that were pretty close to me. But that wasn't until I was older, and I left the little bush one single road place where I grew up. It was basically mostly camps.
Yeah.
When my parents built their house, they were one of the first permanent houses out there. There was only like maybe, I think they were like maybe the 9th or 10th permanent house out there. Yeah, the rest were all camps. It's a dead end road. You can't go anywhere. You got to turn around, go and leave, go out. Okay, I need to get in there with like a little brush or something so I can. Got this dirty, stiff one right here. It's a little bit wet.
Whoa! Wow!
before that dries too much.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, your dirty stiff one.
Yeah, I got a dirty stiff one here.
Maybe we should talk to you about some personal hygiene issues
Oh, it's not a hygiene issue.
before you come to Wonderfest.
The dirtier it gets, the stiffer it gets.
But doesn't it get stinky as well?
No. Never. Ain't no schmeg in my holes. There we go. That's a nice little blend right there. This is going to get all dirtied up anyways, right? I'm going to put a wash in there or whatever. Maybe I'll ask for suggestions from you guys to see what my best option would be to get in there. You know, I could use a little clampy action down here too. You can see that kind of, see that?
Yeah.
It's flexing. It's going
Or
all
tape
back
or
down.
elastic bands.
Well, I'm gonna put the goo. I add the goo to it like so. A tiny drop here and the tiny drop there.
Just use your meat clamps.
Use my meat clamps. Actually, got the plastic clamp somewhere. Where did I put it? I removed it earlier and I put it to the side.
It's over there.
There's too many sides.
To your left.
To the left, in a box to the left. I give up. I'll just use the meat clamps.
Or tape.
Hold it for a couple seconds. Where's my tape? Oh, it fell on the floor, I think. My clamp. My clamp's on the floor. All right, let's go a little bit. Yeah. In these trying times, we need to stick together.
Does that side need glue or no?
It's not moving, but I'm gonna put a drop anyways. What's the worst that could happen?
It explodes?
It bursts into flames. Ah! Fail army! I got that on tape. Why do people say that? I laugh when people are recording with their phone and they're like, I got it on tape. You did you? What kind of phone do you have? There's this British guy that I watch on YouTube. It's called Techmoan. Have you ever seen him?
No, I don't think I have.
He checks out vintage technology, right? Old gadgets, stuff like that, old stereo equipment, and just whatever, any old techie gadget stuff. Like he showed like a wire tape recorder from the 20s, or a multi-stack record player that they used to have in malls that would play elevator music in the mall.
Yeah.
And it was like a stack, like a jukebox thing. It was pretty cool. But anyways, he was talking about 8-track tapes and cassettes and different formats of audio over the years, right? So he showed, I can't remember what car it was, but he's like, this car was a special car because it was the first one that came fully equipped with the 8-track player installed under the dash, right? It was the old 8-track player on like a rack, and we'd pull it out like this,
yeah,
and it would come out towards you. So he's like, and then he's like, oh yeah, this made the car a really popular seller, stuff like that, right? And then he's like, for about 2 years until cassettes came out. And then he says, anyone that had the 8-tracks, he's like, millions of people in North America got 8-track players installed in their cars, and some of the cars came with it pre-installed. and then they switched to cassettes. So he says that's what he says. Shortly after came our first official adapter, right? So he's got an 8-track cassette that has the slot for a regular cassette in the back of it. And he's like, you put this in your 8-track player in your car, and then you could play cassettes, right?
Huh.
And then he says, and then in the 90s, we got CDs came out. And he's like, so you'd need a new adapter, right? You need the adapter that goes from the CD player to the cassette, because your cars all had cassette players in them and you didn't have CD players yet.
I had one of those.
And it had a wire coming out of it, and it plugged into your headphone thing of your CD player, right?
Yeah.
So there was that. And he's like, but if you don't have a CD player, he's like, nowadays we have the modern equivalent. So it's a little MP3 player that is shaped like a cassette, and it goes in your cassette deck, and you can play MP3s. And it also has a wire. It has a wire coming out to the headphone jack, right? You can plug it into the MP3 player, but it also has an onboard micro SD card reader. So he has like one of those little micro SD cards, and he's like, there's no reason in the world that anyone would ever want to do this. But he's like, just in case you're wondering, you can play a micro SD card on an 8-track cassette player. So he piggybacks everything and he loads it all up and he turns it on. He's like, here we go. We're listening to, he was playing some contemporary like U2 or something like that. He's like, we're listening to U2 on the 8-track player, going from the cassette adapter to the little MP3 adapter to the SD card thing. It's just ridiculous. But it was kind of neat. It was cool.
That's something else I like watching on YouTube is people restore old, things.
Yeah, and sometimes this guy has to do that. Like he'll buy an old thing of equipment from eBay or whatever off somebody, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of times it doesn't work, and he'll have to take it apart and put like new belts in or new pulleys or something like that. There's one guy who does a lot of broken video game consoles. Yeah,
I watch some people that repair things that aren't even like electronic, like just like old,
just anything. Yeah,
old tools,
toys. I see a lot toys. Of the toy cars and anything. There's one guy, we probably watch the same channel. I think it's called Vintage Restoration or something like that. And he's always doing old rusty things like a bread cutter or like a meat grinder or, a lot of old kitchen appliance, vintage kitchen things. And I like stuff like that.
Yeah, I find it interesting.
Just smoothing this out a little bit here.
Well, you've been going for just over 2 hours, just so you're aware.
Okay, well, I think that'll probably do it. I'm going to put my little orange things in.
There you go.
And then I'm going to call it a day.
And then don't forget to put the cap on all your different glues and everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this one to plug this one.
Is your super glue plugged up there on the table?
I'll plug that one. I'll plug the super glue up. Thank you. And what did I have? I had this one here.
Yeah.
So that seemed to work out okay. Let's see, get my easy peasy tweezies.
Put a little glue in place first.
Bring me my tweezies, Wheezy. Yep.
I only hear lemon squeezy when you do that.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Don't be so sneezy with your parcheesi. All right. Drop it like it is. Uh-oh. It got pushed in there.
Get
What
something
do
to
I
hook
do?
it out.
What do I do?
Get something to hook it out.
I can't. It fits perfectly in there. Tweezy.
Squeezy?
Oh no! It flicked off the end of my tweezers and it like went in there. And there's glue on it, so it's probably not coming out. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, it's not even shaking around in there.
Oh,
It
God.
just glued on somewhere in there.
Oh, I hear something. But there's no way I'm going to get it out this little hole. Look inside. There's lights right there.
Can you replace it?
There's not an extra one. Oh, I can make something.
You could pry that wing back open.
I suppose I could.
Just put a little, to me, extra thin there if you need to. But it still might be wet enough that you can pry it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
There we go.
There's so many. That's what
Popped
she
right out. It popped
There
right
you
out.
go.
Oh, yeah, she's always saying that stuff. All right. That popped right open real easily, actually. It
There
was
you go. Now you can put a little more, to me, extra thin and
barely
tape up the seam
anything
again.
else. It's like it didn't even work. It's like the extra thin did nothing. Where's my clips? Oh, where's my other clip? All right.
Now you have to be a little more careful.
Right there. Okay, so I think I need to. I think I may have accidentally filed away the lip there inside when I was working.
That would do it. You need one of those wax pencils for placing stuff.
You know what? That's a good suggestion.
Do you have any of those wax pencils?
No.
Well, looks like you got it.
If I don't push on the bottom of it, I should be fine because there's still the lip at the top. There. Put a little bit of this stuff in. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You're an awesome crowd, everybody. You guys are the best. Yeah, right here too. It didn't take.
Yeah, you got to leave it clamped a little longer, I'm guessing. Or taped.
Yes. Let us get some tape. I shall apply it thusly. Apply more of this. Come on. Use that capillary action. Capillary Clinton.
Yeah, you can just leave it like that overnight.
Overnight?
Yeah.
That's tomorrow.
More later today.
Pork chop sandwiches.
I probably won't work on it until next Saturday again anyways.
Well, then it'll be really secure then at that point.
Really fully secure. Ooh, there's a big chunk of shmoo came out. I don't want that in there. It's going to affect the light.
Ooh, yum.
Some gooey shmoo from within. I'll have a helping of impulse engine. Hold the shmoo. Oh, no!
Again. That one just like dropped her right through.
Freaking
You can
kidding
hear it.
me. Oh, yeah, gone. It's at the front here somewhere. Yeah. Lesson learned. Well, no, because that's the second time I did that.
Shake it like it owes you money.
Nothing's ever owed me money.
Then imagine how hard you want to shake it to get said money.
Where is it? Did it already come out? No. See, you guys thought you were done with me. Ah. You thought you could leave, could you? Well, you think again. Where is that thing? If I could like see it in there, I could maybe try to grab it with something. I think it ended up getting just enough glue on it that
Just having a good old time, Joe.
there we go. There we go. Oh yeah. I'm just loving this. Yay! Yay!
Maybe try gluing that in first and then re-gluing the rest of that area.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try to clean it out.
You could always try to make it a glue window, and then put the piece in place, because the glue will turn clear and allow light.
Yeah, and you'll get
anyway.
like a membrane. That's not too large of an area to
No.
to do that. I still want to tape this because this needs to be tight for that to get in its place. That's the problem. The little space for it was just a little large.
Yeah, all you got to do is just put a little bit of the glue in there, and then just use a toothpick to spread it from side to side. It should create a little like a membrane, like you would have if you were blowing bubbles, because Bubbles really likes that.
Bubbles loves it. I'm forever blowing bubbles.
You didn't put any glue in yet?
Bubbles I put a drop of glue on the tip of this. And I'm going to try to get it.
Tip.
Just the tippity tip. And I'm not going to hold it vertically. I'm just going to hold it. Where is me glue? There's me glue. Just clean off the tip. This stuff schmegs up pretty quickly.
Yeah. Well, it is white glue, so.
Yeah, just really thinned out.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I'll use this little pokey thing here just to try to gently press it into there ever so slightly. So the other one's in there pretty far. Yay! There. Done diddly-un.
Looking good.
Where's my hard, stiff brush? Oh, and dirty.
but not stinky.
Don't forget dirty. Huh, the layer of glue sort of highlights the little ridges. It's very, very hard to see until I put the glue in there. It sort of brings them out.
Cool.
All right, so you think I got this squeezed so tightly that it's not... Oh, no, it went in there.
Yep.
It's Hillary capillaring.
And then throw your clamp on or whatever and leave it till the next time you get to work on it.
Yeah. Lid. The lid on that goes in tight.
SDM says, dinner time. Have a good one, all. You take care.
You have a good one, too. I'm pretty much done here anyways. 137. I'm just gluing up this joint. Always reinforce your joints. If you think your joints are good enough, you should always reinforce them. And I get a little bit of tape on there. So it gets tape and it gets a clamp on the corner. So yeah, I did pull this whole thing apart, didn't I?
Yeah.
Diddle I? I said kiddlies. Diddle I? So same thing you do if you're putting binding on the outside edge of a guitar, something like that, or the kerfing on the inside that the top and bottom gets glued to. I don't know if you ever looked on the inside of a guitar, but there's like a little reinforcement. There's like a little triangular trim inside because the top and bottom surface need something to glue to, right?
Okay.
So you just do the same thing. You glue it exactly like this. Most people just use tape over the edge. Same thing. Some people use clothespins and little clips like this or little clamps, but just use tape like this. And the super glue masking tape trick is another useful thing. So like say you got something flat, you don't want it to move, you want it to be secured in place, right? Like let's say I had this piece of plastic here and I wanted to plane this down and thin it down, right? So the trick is you take, like, say it was wood, like the top of a guitar or whatever. So you put the tape like this, and then you'd put tape on the other thing like this, and you put the super glue on the tape on just one piece of it.
Yeah.
And then you would do this, right? So you glue the tape to the tape, because when you're moving, if you're doing something this way, it's not going to let go. It has a lot of lateral strength like this. But when you peel it like that, so you can just easily peel it, right? And then you just got the tape. The tape peels off easily. You got no glue on whatever piece you're working with, like, a fretboard or a piece of binding or whatever you need to do that with. I've seen it done many, many times. And it's a good technique. Not something I've used yet doing this kind of stuff. But I now that I'm reminding myself of it, like it would be a good thing to do when you're trying to work with a tiny little thing like I was earlier, right? I had that little piece I was trying to thin down, like something like this.
Yeah.
I want to thin this down. Well, you know, I'm going to sand my finger away by doing it this way. So that would be a thing, right? You'd use the tape and then you'd glue the other piece of tape to, like, you know, a stick or something that's easier to hold on to.
Yeah.
And then you just do that. And then when you're done, boom, it just peels off. No mess, no fuss, no muss.
There's places we could use that in model building, that's for sure. Like
Yeah,
grills and
I
stuff on,
believe
armored
you can.
vehicles or aircraft.
Yeah. Well, there you go. I hope you get a chance to use that tip one of these days.
Ricardo
Todd, were
says,
you here
"Great
earlier
tip,
when I was
Jody,
showing
thanks."
off my cars?
No.
I got some cars
What'd you get? Oh,
because I had to go get some pencil leads for my mechanical pencils and some sketch pads for
Are they like
drawing
Hot
my
Wheels?
starships. Pardon?
are they like Hot Wheels?
No, they're just cheap ass little they're not even die cast metal. I realized once I opened them, I was like, the whole thing is plastic. But the reason I got them is because they got all these little look at the back part of it there. Look at
Oh,
that
God.
black piece.
You're just
Right?
this is like Greebly Central.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Show them the impulse engines.
Oh yeah, they got which one had the real nice ones? I think it was this guy. Oh, this one right here. Look at that. There's impulse engines right there.
Oh hell yeah!
Right, look at that piece. It's got a clear part with details on it.
You know,
And then once I opened it, I was like, oh, the whole thing is plastic, so I can even use these hood pieces and all the little details.
So just
you
be
have
like
such a good
Star
eye
Trek.
for that. I could never do that. I would never see it like that. But you have such a good eye for it.
Or sorry, just be like Star Wars there and Kit Bash stuff
Yeah, well, that's what they did.
to add Greeblies.
Like we were looking at when Jordan was working on his Falcon there, I was like, what's with all the disposable razors? And Todd was like, they probably used razors on the original model, right?
Yeah.
And a couple weeks ago, I was watching this special effects behind the scenes thing, and they were talking about DS9, and they showed the construction process of the original Deep Space Nine model, and they were showing they used razors. They used the handles of some of the razors going up like the back of those docking pylons, those big curved pylons.
Sure.
So they cut razors. They had that curve to them, like the handle, and they cut the detailed pieces off of those, and they put them as details on the DS9. So yeah, I thought these were, you know what I mean. It was less than $3 for all these little plastic cars.
Are they riveted on the bottom or just screwdriver?
They're just screws.
Oh, perfect.
Rivets.
Yeah.
Rivets are too expensive. We can't afford rivets.
Yeah, not for little junks like these. But I think I'll get some little usable. Look at that piece. Like the way the back contours there.
Yeah.
That's an interesting shape. And we got some front stuff. Yeah, little details. I think that's fine. And then you got the wheels. You can make those little crystal housings.
Oh, the Falcon has wheels all over it.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. That's that. Oh, it's got suspension. Look at that. You know what? For a little kid, man, spending under $3 and giving a kid 6 little toy cars, I'd be pretty happy as a little kid to get a cheap ass gift like that, man.
Heck
Even
yeah.
if they are plastic, I don't care.
Yep.
When I was a little kid, this was my main toy, was Matchbox and Hot Wheels and cars. I had hundreds of them. And guess what I used to do? I used to repaint them, and yeah, I'd take pieces off and change them around, and take the bodies off and change them around. Yeah, I customized all of them. And then when we had a kid and she started getting toys, she customized all her My Little Ponies were all painted up and had custom outfits. She'd make little clothing things for them, and oh yeah. And now
Runs
she
in the
makes
family.
now she makes stuffies for her friends, like from scratch. She sews the whole thing, designs the shape, and sews it all up and stuffs it like professional looking little stuffed characters. Oh yeah, my kid's awesome at stuff. Super
Well, we know
super
where
good
you
at
got it.
making things. Yeah, we do know where she got it for sure. One of these days, I'll ask for some pictures that they can share, and I can show you guys on the Discord. I'll post some pictures of whatever they want to show.
Heck yeah, man.
And yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Ken, thank you so much, my friend, for jumping on and keeping me company
You're welcome.
and
I enjoyed
producing
it.
for me. And Todd, thank you for coming in and keeping me company also. And thank you for your wonderful, generous gift at the beginning. I totally wasn't expecting that. It caught me off guard.
That's the point.
Yeah. And one from Howard too. Thanks, Howard, if you're still there, if you're still listening. I had a good time today. I got a lot of progress done on this. Like I said, I wanted to start streaming again because I was just kind of on a roll. I was in the right mindset to get her done. There's Ricardo saying good night. Thanks, Ricardo. You have a great night too, buddy. Great tip. Oh, for the tape and stuff. Yeah, a lot of the things I learned working on guitars carries over into doing this, and a lot of the tools are useful too. Like all the little files and things like that. I got all kinds of little things. So, guys, Ken, Todd, thank you. Everybody in the chat, SMD Productions. Who else is here? We had Howard. We had Andrew, and probably a couple more people. I looked up at one time, there was like 8 or 9 people on this one. So thanks to everybody. Keep it locked on. I'll be on the group stream tomorrow on HTM channel. And if you want to tune in to Donnie's stream on Monday when he works on the Orville, I'll be producing for Donnie. Monday I came up with a new game. We played What's That Ship? And it seemed to be pretty fun. Everybody in the chat enjoyed it. Todd and Ken, you guys missed that. What's That Ship is I had about 25 pictures of sci-fi spaceships.
Oh, no, I was there. I just wasn't playing.
Oh, okay. Because you would have just beat everybody. You knew them all.
No, absolutely not.
Buck did pretty good. Buck got most of them right. But it was fun. So maybe we'll come up with something similar to that and we'll pick something else. And if anybody has any suggestions on what kind of subject to play What's That Ship or car or whatever, let me know in the Discord and I'll see what I can put together for Donnie's stream on Monday. And our whole schedule for everybody is on the HTM YouTube channel, and it's on the Discord, and I guess on the Facebook page too, right, you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Okay. So everybody, have a great night. Keep on trekking.
Good night.
Todd and Ken, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good night.
Take it easy. Play out.